And here comes Tara. Oh, I love the outfit. I love the shoes. What size shoe do you wear, Tara?
9.5.
You know what? You're not going to believe this. I know you're taller than I am, but I happen to be a 9.5.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
So when you're finished with them, instead of giving them away, could I be first in line, please?
Absolutely.
I've been wanting some Cinderella shoes for a long time. Seriously, I love them. Absolutely love them. So,
Thank you.
Miss Tara, you have an incredible, incredible story. An incredible story. You've seen a lot, you've experienced a lot, you've shared a lot, and you're now in a place where you're going to write a book. Could you share with us what that book, that heart of the book?
Yes, Ruth. Indeed, I have experienced a lot. Um, I I never knew that life happened until life happened to me. And in 2010, I went through a very severe depression. And in 2012, after all the turmoil for the past 2 years, which actually was 4 years because I went through it privately for 2 years without ever exposing it or sharing it with my family. And then in 2012, I attempted suicide. And so I went through very, very severe depression. And then I not only was suicidal, but I was also homicidal towards the persons that caused me the pain. And as a result of that, I went through a roller coaster of emotions. And after experiencing the ups and downs and finally experiencing my healing, which came in June of 2014, I decided, actually, when I was in the psychiatric hospital after being Baker Act for the attempted suicide, I decided that I needed to write about my experience in order to be able to help others. Even though I was very open with my family and my husband and my very close friends, I had an extremely supportive support system. But it wasn't enough. And so, what I felt inside and what I felt, in hindsight, as I went through the therapy and the psychiatric treatment, what I felt inside that I was not sharing, or what I was holding on to, I feel like a lot of people that go through pain in life and go through severe depression and attempted suicide or wanting to commit suicide, those feelings and emotions that they feel, I have a story to tell because I feel like if I'm authentically me and if I'm really naked and not ashamed to share my story, unadulterated story, that in my book, I am the person to be the trailblazer, the mouthpiece, because I've gone through it. And I can put the details there, the metaphors, I have the phraseology, I have the gut feeling. I can say it as it needs to be said, to put it out there, not only for the person who's going through it, but also for the family members and friends that can't quite get it, why a person would be driven to that point. And what makes me that unique voice is because I have a reputation. I'm born and raised in West Palm Beach, Florida. And the level of respect that people have always had for me has been very, very high. And it's because of my upbringing, and also my parents has always established like parameters for us based on high values and moral system and, being raised in the church. And I worked for the government for 22 years and never left home, lived home till I was 30 years old. I didn't bring babies into my parents' home, and I didn't get married till I was 35. So, the picture of, Ms. Tara was, like a, good girl picture. So I dealt with a lot of guilt when I did try to commit suicide because I felt immediately that I gave a ticket of permission to my society, to the people in my county, to the people in my church, and especially to my nieces and nephews who look up to me and I mentor. Plus, I am a CEO of a nonprofit agency called Pioneers Tomorrow, where I mentor youth 9 to 17. So I felt like I gave this ticket of permission to them that if life goes wrong, it's okay to try to escape. You don't have to deal with it. So, as a point of correction for my action, as well as healing for those who get to that point, I feel that I have a message and a cure. And also, one thing I want to point out, in the African American community, seeking psychiatric help is such a taboo that I want to speak aloud and sound the horn that seeking psychiatric help is okay. Because without that, coupled with religion and Christ and prayer, I would not be standing here today. And it takes the medicine along with the spirituality in order to have brought me to this place.
Wow, that is beautiful. I mean, you have so much to share, and your message is so big. It's so huge, and it affects so many people. And when you were talking that I have this, and I know the words to say. It sounds like it's raw footage. It's raw footage. And that's the best time to write from an experience because the emotions and feelings and the passion that's coming forward is going to be dancing literally on the pages. And people are really going to get it.
Yes. And just to interject this, I'm sure that a lot of you are wondering, well, what happened and why did you want to commit suicide?
They're going to have to read the book. They're going to have to read the book to get that story on that because it's a good one. It's a good one. Tara, thank you so much. Your topic, I don't have to tell you, is beyond important, and it touches the lives of everyone and all ages. All ages. So your book is going to be magnificent. You are magnificent. And I can see you on large stages because I think I heard you say you'd like to speak with 500 or more people. And I think it's happening. Congratulations.